Okay. Turn me up a little bit.
Italian sausage Scotch egg is what we're doing today. I got the usual suspects: the eggs, the sausage, the marinara, flour, and the Italian panko breadcrumb. First things first, let's start with getting these eggs boiled up. What I like to do is take the egg and put it inside the container first. I'm doing 4 today. Once you get the eggs inside the container, then I go on with about 1 inch of water over the eggs. And the reason why I do this is to prevent the cracking of the eggs if you already have your water in and you're trying to place them inside. Because if you put a small hairline crack in that egg, it's going to show its tail later. Over at the stove, I turn my heat on to a medium high. Then I cover the eggs and I bring them up to a rolling boil. And once the water comes up to a rolling boil, then you start your timer. I think I did these eggs for like 10 minutes, but to get a soft boiled egg, you may have to go 5 or 6 minutes. Let's open up these cases of this sausage. Nothing special, just regular Italian sausage from the grocery store. You can use any type of sausage you want to. Traditionally, a Scotch egg is with the breakfast sausage, the one that has the sage in it. But I wanted to change it up a little bit. That's why I went with the Italian sausage and the Italian flavored panko breadcrumbs. I thought it'd give a nice twist to the egg. Basically, just put a small slit until you can pinch the casing. And once you pinch the casing, just take the sausage and pull it right out. Go through the rest of these. Small slit. Get a pinch. Pull it straight out. Put it in your bowl. I warmed up my deep fryer to 350. Let's crack these eggs. Like I said, I went in for 10 minutes and then I ran cold water over the eggs. And that seemed to work pretty well because they came out the shell pretty good. I didn't put any salt in the water or anything. I know some people say that salt will help it peel better, but I just went in with straight boiling and then I ran hot water over it. And as you can see, they peel pretty good. Let's get this last one out the way. The last one always gave me a little trouble. It's always the last one that gives you a little trouble. It seems like. But I got it done. Now let's go into wrapping this sausage around this egg. As I looked at some videos, some people take the sausage and they put it in between the saran wrap and flatten it out, but I just use my board. But the key to this procedure here is you take the sausage and you keep your hands wet and slowly massage the sausage till it goes all around the egg. It's not difficult as long as you have cold meat and you have wet hands. And here's the finished product. They're all together. We're going to go in with some triple dipping. I got flour, egg wash, and panko breadcrumbs. I dip it in the flour, coat it up. Get a nice good coating on it. Then I stick it in and I use my other hand because this is going to be my wet hand. Because if I don't and I use the same hand, which you can, but your hand is going to be very pasty. So I just use that for my wet hand and I go into the panko with my dry hand again. Well, semi-dry. It's getting a little damp from the egg wash. But it works better for me this way. And coat it real good. I could have went on with more seasoning on the outside of the egg, but I wanted to see what the Italian sausage and the breadcrumbs will bring to the table. So we got 4 to do. Let's go ahead and get through this. Once again, we're going to flour, egg, switch hands, go for excess, switch hands again, and go into the panko. You finish the rest of those up, and here I look prior to going into the fryer. Over at the fryer, I got it going at 350. And one thing what I like about this Emerald fryer is that if you see those green buttons at the top, it lets you know when your oil is going bad. As long as you're in the green, it's good. You take it, and when you're done, and once the oil is cool, you can put it in the little bottom storage cabinet, which is real cool. I got my eggs inside the oil. As you can see, some of the egg is sticking up. I went to the max level on my cooker, but I had to turn the eggs to get even cooking. That top part that was exposed. But if you have a deep fryer and you can put the whole egg in, about 6 to 7 minutes, you'll be good. But also always remember to test it with your instant read thermometer. I tested these and they did test out at like 165. And here's how it looked once it come out. GBD, golden brown and delicious. Let's cut into this. I like my eggs a little hard. Now if you like your eggs not so much or a little runny, then cut back on the time, on your boiling time. Do a soft boiled egg, but I want to do a hard boiled egg. Perfectly boiled, the meat is cooked, and you have a nice crispy exterior with the panko. It's going with a little marinara. Test it out. I like the marinara, but it was too rich for me. I needed a spicy, heat, sweet type aspect. It wasn't a bad bite, but everything seemed like on a level playing field. So what I did is I went to the refrigerator and came back with my stall sauce. This is a barbecue sauce that I make, and this thing is A1. It'd probably been a lot better if I warmed it up, but it's fresh out of the refrigerator. So now I want to see if I can change the aspect of this thing. Let's take a bite of this. That's what I'm looking for right there. I got the crunchiness from the outside of the egg. I got the flavor from the sausage. And then I got the sweet heat from the barbecue sauce. More so the sweet, which is more pleasing to my palate. Also, I think an aioli would also go good with this. I think something that lends itself to the sweeter side, so you can get that contrast. Yeah, it was real good. As you can see, I kept squirting and eating. Meat stall. Find your egg and boil it.
Okay. Turn me up a little bit.